Welcome to... hold up. Something's wrong. It's something. Welcome to This Week in Weiss Schwarz, where we talk about Weiss Schwarz's news and cards of the day. I actually don't have my script in front of me. Give me one sec. Okay, now it's in front of me. Welcome to This Week in Weiss Schwarz, where we talk about Weiss Schwarz's news and cards of the day. Last episode, I said I was going to cover some of the Bofuri cards, and that is what we are going to do. But before we do that, let's get some housekeeping stuff out of the way. To all my new subscribers, because I actually jumped up like about 10 in the last couple days. Welcome. You're gonna see my face a lot because, long story short, I kind of lost my job, but not really. I'm going on administrative leave because of COVID stuff, because they want me to work in person, and I'm like, no thanks. I'm glad in my home office here. So as a result of that, I'm going to try to stream a lot. So if you see that little notification pop up, hop in the stream, watch me suck really badly at video games. Also, I'm probably going to do a Grisaya deck building live stream. I don't know when. Actually, no, let's not make it Grisaya. Leave a comment in the description below what you want to see. I'll put in a couple suggestions here, but let me know. And now, off to the news. We actually have a release date for Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel 2 in Japan. The set is going to come out December 4th, 2020. It is going to include chapters 1, 2, and 3 from the movies, and it is going to have 6 signed cards. I do expect this to come in English, so I'm going to hold off on that. Speaking of Fate Stay Night, we have a release date for FGO, Absolute Demonic Front Babylonia, or just the Babylonia set in English. It is going to be released on January 22nd, 2021. You know, assuming we get that far. Now, more WGP qualifiers have finished, and oh boy, you really do see a mix of just sets in each of these tournaments. We have the top 4 deck lists for Nagano, Omiya, Fukuoka, and Kyoto. So what was interesting in the top decks for these tournaments was that there was a lot more SAO than the previous ones that I mentioned, and a lot of Love Live Sunshine and a bunch of Fruits of Grisaya. They actually made a couple appearances. The one deck that really stood out to me personally was Fukuoka with Konosuba. It was 3rd place. It's a build that I have never seen before, and it's more of a darkness-centered build, and I really do dig it. Now, we actually do have some information about Princess Connect Redrive. I'm not gonna lie, kind of forgot this was gonna come out. Anyways, the release date is going to be January 8th, 2021. You know, I'm hopeful that we're all gonna make it to 2021, but we're assuming we're gonna get that far. There's gonna be a total of 110 cards. There are gonna be 12 double rares. Of course, there's gonna be more than the usual double rares. 25 rares, 29 commons, 31 commons, 4 climax rares, 9 climax commons. There will be 4 PR cards for the booster box toppers, and 9 total signed cards. And with that, let's talk about Bofuri. Now, this is a set that I'm actually pretty damn excited for, and when I saw these cards, I nearly lost my mind. I was laughing so hard. Super quick, Bofuri's gonna have 10 signed cards, and I know what you're all thinking. The answer is no, Syrup does not have an SP. It's a damn shame, honestly. So we're going to cover all of the non-Maple cards first. It's just because it kind of flows a lot better that way, but each card is great in its own right. Battlecrafter is on play from hand. You can pay 1, top deck clock, search your deck for a level 1 or lower character, and when your other character reverses an opponent in battle, this card gains 1k power. So it is a searching Riki, and it can go up to 3k 5 power when you attack with this last. I wish it did have more power, especially since there are a lot of big-ass level 0s running around, but it's pretty damn good. It's kind of standard. Diverse Sally states that you can play your climaxes without fulfilling the color condition. When you play a climax, you could ditch a card, draw a card, and she is a pay 1, tap self, searching brainstorm. That effect is insane because it's a core mechanic of the game and you just throw it out the window. Also, the thing is, any competent deck builder is going to have a ratio of colors. This effect is more like a just in case something happens. It's more of a just in case if you draw every single color of the opposite climax that you run for your level 1s. I mean, it could happen, I guess, right? Someone do the math on that. She does not give any power because she has to be balanced in some way. The ditch draw is also pretty balanced. The way the effect is written is that you need to ditch a card first and then you draw. Most cards have the effect that you draw and then you ditch. In this case, you need to have a hand to activate this effect. It's good hand filtering, and of course, you do draw. We're gonna stick with the climax effect. Multi-Chant Frederica states that when this card reverses an opponent in battle, top check up to 3. Add a climax, ditch the rest, and then you ditch a card. You turbo through your deck to your climaxes. Because of this card, you don't need to worry if you're not going to meet the color restrictions. You're pretty much guaranteed to have your climaxes for your climax combos with this card. We're going to do one Maple card just to round out the level 0s. 2 persons time Maple gains 4k power. Oh god, fuck. During your opponent's turn and act. Pay 1, pop this. Top check 4, add a character. Ditch the rest. 4k 5 power during your turn. That is the kind of effect that I wanted for this set. It's not bodyguard, but it's pretty damn close. Also, the top check 4 is super easy to use and there is no ditch. So when you're done using this as a wall, oh man, I hope your opponent doesn't run bombs. You can use its act effect. There are currently no level 0s that give out power. What? Really? Wow, yeah, there are currently no level 0s that give out power. Now, let's get on with the climax combo. Instant Fighting Power Mai states that during your turn, she gains 500 power for each of your characters and climax combo. Once per turn, when you have Lord of Destruction in play, when damage dealt by this card is cancelled, you stock charge a game character and top check your deck, and add it if it's a game character. And Instant Fighting Power Yui is the same first effect as the Mai in climax combo. When your opponent levels up and you have the same climax in play, if this card is in your front row, you can perform the same effect as the Mai. The climax is a +2 soul and a 2 soul when triggered. I really do like how Bushiroad is handling the +2 soul climax combo effects. They know that you're gonna be over swinging like a motherfucker. It's a little past the 5-minute mark. I could cuss now. So yeah, Bushiroad knows that you're gonna be swinging like a motherfucker, and they're going to give cards effects that plus you when the damage is canceled. So when damage is canceled, you do the effect, but if the attack goes through, yeah, that's fine. You swung for 3 minimum. I do believe you're gonna run more Mai's than Yui's because the Yui is a little more situational. It's only when your opponent levels up. So you got level 1, level 2, level 3. You're only gonna be plussing 3 times. When the damage gets canceled, you're swinging for 3 soul. It's most likely gonna cancel. But again, dual climaxes. Always a plus. First Sword Kasumi gains 1k power if you have 2 or more other characters and climax combo. On attack, if you have Becoming Abnormal in play and you have 6 or less cards in hand, you could top check your deck equal to the amount of your opponent's characters, add a character, ditch the rest. The climax is a 1k1 and a gold bar when triggered. Do I like this? I can't tell. It is a great going second combo for sure because you can max out on top checking 5, but you can also minimum 0, but it's most likely going to be 1. The effect is super easy to pull off. It's just on attack, but you can go up to 6k5 power with the climax and everything, which is standard. It's basic. You want to start pushing up that threshold of the 6k5, more like 7k, shit, maybe even 8k, because you want to start pushing for damage and cleaning your opponent's board. Especially with this card that lets you plus the more characters your opponent has. So if you have a tri-field of these, when you reverse your opponent's characters, they're not getting sent to the waiting room right away. They're still going to be on the field, so those still count. So I don't know, I kind of had the same like iffiness with the Ichika from the Quintessential Quintuplet set. Her booster pack level 1 combo is kind of the exact same thing. So if you do have 3 of these in your 6 card hand, you're good. Plus you have the climax, you're already down 2 cards. You're going to be plussing for sure. So it's kind of like that resource management aspect of Weiss Schwarz that kind of trips up newer players, but you'll be fine. Most likely. If not, just drop things on the field. So as of now, comparing the yellow climax combo with this climax combo, I like the Yui and the Mai one for the meme of it, but this one's a little better. Alright, let's get some Maple cards in here. Strongest Newbie Maple states that on play, you could ditch a dedicated affection Maple and you can free fresh. And act, pay 1. Put this card into your waiting room. If you are level 3 or higher, you could pay the cost. Play a card with Maple in its name from your hand to where this card was. So this is any Maple card. Pretty much what it does is that it gives you a cheaper way to bring out your level 3s. Speaking of which, Dedicated Affection Maple is a 2 or less climax early drop. on-play heal, and climax combo. When this card attacks, if you have dedicated affection in play and 4 or more other characters until the end of your opponent's turn, this card gains 2k5 power and anything in front of this card loses 2 soul. The climax is a 1k1 and a choice when triggered. Machine God Maple is on play from hand. You could pay 1, stock swap your opponent, and climax combo. And on attack, if you have deploy left hand in play, you mill the bottom 4 cards of your opponent's deck and burn for however many climaxes revealed. The climax is a 1k1 and an arch when triggered. Lastly is Atrocity Maple. On the turn that this is played from your hand, this gains 3k power, and on play, you could pay 1, salvage a climax, and climax combo. When this card reverses an opponent in battle, you could pay 6, ditch 2 cards, pop your climax, then burn 1, then burn 2, then burn 3. The climax is a 1k1 and a gate when triggered. Before we talk those cards, here is Victory Kanade, who gives all of your dedicated affection Maple and Atrocity Maples hexproof. And act, ditch 2 cards, rest this. Choose a character from your rating room with the same name as a character on your stage and play that character. That is damn good because you effectively are able to use your waiting room as another resource, and plus this card lets you get all of your cards out for cheaper. Granted, the Kanade does not activate any of your character's on-play effects. You want to use the 0/0 Maple for some of those. But if you just want to have more bodies on the field, by all means, please use this. Alright, super quick rundown because this video's kind of long right now. This Maple is a standard early drop. You are probably going to be running over a good amount of things. It is at 12k5 power for an early drop when you activate the effect. And the soul suppression is damn good. It lets you stall until you're ready to go for the kill. This card gives it hexproof. You're good. Also, the choice does help you turbo this card into your hand a whole lot quicker. So, yeah. It's good. It's really damn good, actually. So for this card, the stock swap is super nice. You want to use the 0/0 for that one because that way you actually get the effect of the stock swap, and the 1 stock that you would pay for that, you could just offset it because of this card. So it comes cheaper that way. The bottom deck mill, super easy to activate. You just attack. No other restriction to it. She's only at 11k power, and that is actually the reason why this is so easy to activate. She's not that strong. Out of all of them, I like the Atrocity Maple the most. It's go big or go home. 12k5 power is not that much, but it does go up to 13k5 power with the climax, and you are going to have the climax because of its second effect. Again, use this Maple to save some stock. It is very stock heavy. We need to see if there are actually cards that are going to make this a whole lot easier to use. And I mean, like, I did make Subaru Natsuki work, kinda. I feel like I could make this work. Yeah, let's make an Atrocity Maple deck on stream. Let's see what happens. We'll do that when that comes out. And with that, thank you all for watching. What do you think of the Bofuri cards? Which is your favorite Maple form? And honestly, this set, pretty damn nuts. When I was first reading the reveals, I laughed really hard because she is pretty strong, especially for how little offensive power she has. What the fuck? Oh, it's flavor. Again, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Weiss Schwarz news and content, and I'll see y'all in the next one.